So this is the number one prospect in the freshman class, the 2028 class. His name is Striker Pence. And if that name doesn't remind you of somebody, it is big-time major league player for the San Francisco Giants, Hunter Pence's nephew. Striker, he has a crazy name for baseball. I mean, this dude was definitely born to play baseball. Striker Pence, 6'6", 195 pounds as a freshman in high school. The kid's a mammoth. He's got the long hair going like Syndergaard. And this kid has quite the track record so far to his name. I mean, last summer, he got up to 94. This season so far, he's been up to 97 as a freshman in high school. He's rated the number one player in his class. And he's been throwing like 70-plus miles an hour since he was 11 years old. I mean, they have like this whole track record of him on here since his young years. And not that he's not young now, but like this is him at 12U. He threw 81. Like, it's some ridiculous stuff. I know it says 14U, but that's because he's playing up. I mean, as you can see, like he's still eligible to play 12U games, and he threw 81 at 12. So this kid came out of the womb as a stud, throwing 70-plus since then. It's ridiculous. And it doesn't get much better than this in terms of legacy. Like Hunter Pence, super well known for having really raw mechanics to his swing. Like he almost swung like a barbarian but got results. Striker, the way he throws the ball, I would never recommend to any human ever to throw a ball like this. But he makes it work. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's like you took it from Hunter Pence and then you just slapped it into this kid Striker and all the rawness of his movements and everything, but it works. And, I mean, he's 6'6", so that's obviously going to help. But being 6'6", and then these crazy raw mechanical movements, it's just funny to watch. And, like, you scratch your head, and you're like, how the heck is he throwing 93, 97 with this mechanics? But some people just got it. He obviously has the genetic pedigree, and we're going to go through basically everything there is to know about Striker Pence today and what I predict is going to be the outcome for his career, because I think it's obviously a pretty bright future, but I'm hopeful that he gets some really good people around him that allow him to sort of get himself into better, healthier positions with his throw, which we'll get into in a minute. But to start, I mean, this is him 5 years ago, this little kid, 5'2", 90 pounds, and now he's the number one player at 6'6", 195 pounds. He became a unit. Last fall, he was 88, 92. All summer, he was like low 90s, up to 94. And then this year in high school ball, he ran it up to 97, as you can see here. Like, the dude just slings the ball. It's hilarious. I would never recommend anybody try to copy his mechanics, because this is like a one-on-one mechanic kind of guy. Not a lot of people can throw the ball like him and get successful results, and on top of successful results, throw healthy. So it's pretty cool. Was that the 97? I forgot. I got distracted. Let's see here. Boom. Just slinging 96 in there. 15 years old. I don't get it. It's crazy to me that this works, but bang, 96 right by you. Pfft. He also hits tanks, which is hilarious. He's a lefty, and his swing is really clean, to be honest. This was him last night, and this is the main reason that I wanted to make this video. He posted this last night. He was getting chirped, and then he came in. He had 1.2 innings to give because they had one out in the sixth, and he ended up getting 6 strikeouts. He struck out 6 because he had a drop third strike on a pitch that was so nasty, which we'll see in this video, that he ended up having a drop third strike and had to strike out an extra guy. So 1.2 innings, 6 strikeouts to seal the win with a 1-run lead. It's pretty crazy stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so he chose all the highlights here. This is the first strikeout, Bayou. The other part on top of this Watch him like stare down the dugout of the kids chirping him after this. This is electric. Look at this. He's doing the Trevor Bauer ear thing. And then he's going to come in, just dominate the seventh. Bang. I will say his mechanics are getting a little cleaner, but you'll see what I'm talking about from last year. It's hilarious. They are definitely cleaning up. I'm excited to see some like quality footage of it this summer. Six is just crazy work. Staring down the dugout, gets the punchies. Super successful. This is him last year. I just don't like the mechanics. They look really funky, really raw. He hit 700. I do think the name Striker is an electric kid's pitcher name. Like if you know your kid's got the genetics to be a nasty pitcher, and you name him Striker, that's pretty cool. So he used to stride super open, and that's where I really didn't like his mechanics. I think there's some like quality pieces to his throw that allow him to throw hard. Like he gets into some pretty good positions, but especially like 2 years ago, his mechanics looked bad. Like super late arm. He was stepping way out. It just didn't look good. Now it's definitely getting cleaner. I mean, he's been so like focused on velo since he was a little kid, where I don't see him not hitting 100. Like he's definitely gonna hit 100 like next year probably. And I just think it's funny. Like you see Hunter Pence swing the bat, and like how raw he is with these swings. Like watch this. It's just super raw. And then you go to Striker and watch him throw the ball, and it's just super raw. Like same human, different outputs. He's pitching, he's swinging. Same human with the same movements. It's just funny. Even though Hunter Pence isn't his dad, it's still just kind of funny like that he got these genes from him and is in a position where he's on the national stage with the funky, herky-jerky stuff going on, just like Hunter. It's funny. But overall, I think this kid obviously will go to whatever school he wants in terms of commitment. We'll see if he ends up going to the college or not. He probably is going to get drafted. Hard to say if he'll be a first rounder or what right now. It's very hard to say as a freshman. Like a lot of things can change. It shows that his college interests, he wants to go to Stanford, UCLA, Texas A&M, Vandy, or Wake Forest. He'll probably end up being like a Wake Forest or Vandy guy. And that's my prediction. He loves pitching clearly, so wouldn't be surprised if he strictly focuses on pitching and goes to like Wake Forest or something. They have been having a pretty good pull with some of these high school guys from California, so wouldn't be surprised there. His swing is just hilarious because his swing is kind of smooth. Like he can hit tanks, but the pitching is just not smooth. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, super young, super raw talent right now. Has a long way to go, and hopefully everything goes well. I think as long as he stops striding super open, which I am pretty hopeful he's not going to be anymore because it looks better this high school season so far, where his mechanics are much cleaner, much crisper. I just think that over time, he's got to keep trying to clean him up, keep ripping the ball, make sure his arm care is in check, everything's feeling good, because he has quite the arm, and it would be a shame if he burnt out early because people around him weren't having his best interests in mind. Because obviously he's somebody that can control a high school game already as a freshman, and if you try to abuse that, he's going to hurt himself, and that's not what you want. So Striker Pence, super talented. His future is very bright. I'm excited to see how everything else unfolds from here forward, and I think he's going to be a big-time talent for a long time to come. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. We're on a mission to reach 100,000 subscribers before 2026. and I would greatly appreciate the support. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow.